no stranger, friend of mine, friend of yours from Corriere Canadese, Leo Molinelli. Leo, welcome.
Hi, Anthony. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure's mine. Leo, no secret, the rumor is finally factual. Antonio Conte will leave after the Euros. We all knew that a couple weeks back when it was getting hot and heavy. Now the discussion turns to who will take over. And the names are out there: Mancini, Donatoni, maybe Ranieri. But my pick, I've said this on Twitter, I'll say it here again, is Di Francesco of Sassuolo. I believe this is a young, hungry, motivated coach, thinks outside of the box, and he's a guy that I think would be a good direction for Italy to go with. Why? Because look, Italy's had Donadoni. They know what he can do. They've had the older type of coach. Is it not time for a younger one, Leo?
Yeah. I think you could be right. I'm not sure that the national team is what he could want now. He's in tight race with Montella to get Milan's job next year. So I'm not sure that could happen, but it could be a good solution. I think that another one could be Mazzarri, also, if I'm not very likely to happen, but it could be another name, and somebody says Mancini too is in the race.
Let's talk about Donatoni, because you didn't mention that name, and I got to tell you, I don't have an appetite to bring Roberto Donatoni back in for a second time to take charge of the national team. I think he's reached his limit when it comes to working at the national team. We saw it the first time around. This time around, I don't think he'll have success. I think you need a different voice, a fresh voice, someone with a different set of eyes. And I don't think Mancini will have success either.
I agree with you with Mancini. I don't think that he made a bad first term in the national team, Donadoni. I think he was the only one in the Euro not to lose against that great, incredible Spain. But of course, he had the best national team, and he is not remembered as a great coach for Italy. And I don't think he's gonna take the job, because he just said that he's planning with Saputo the next season with Bologna. So I don't think he's gonna be the one. Personally, I would like to see Ranieri, maybe after winning the Premier League with Leicester, crossing our fingers. But I think he could be the right man for the job.
Well, let me ask you this. Talking about Ranieri, an unbelievable Cinderella season. He has earned everything that he gets coming at his way with that young, beautiful, exciting squad. I don't think if he wins it, Leo, I don't think he's getting the national team job, because I believe some big club is going to throw him all sorts of money to take over.
That could be absolutely. If he can win the Premier League with Leicester, every door could happen for him. But he got the right age, and I think that now for national team, Italy needs somebody that is able just to aggregate people and make them play at their best. We don't need for a national team people that wants to invent something. Conte wasn't the right profile, because he liked to be every day on the field to get the team his own ideas, his own aggressive character. And so I think that probably he could be one of the best profiles. But we have to say that Italy right now has not the best roster around. So I don't know.
Two other names before I let you go, Leo. One that's very interesting is Di Biagio. We know he's doing some real good work on the youngsters on the national side as well. And also another name that is always out there, Fabio Capello. I have no appetite for Capello anymore as well. I don't think he's done very well on national team duty, whether it was with Russia or with England. So to bring him here, I think would be a disaster. But I have an appetite for Di Biagio. The other guy that I wish he was still unemployed, but now he's doing a wonderful job with Roma, was Spalletti. I think he would have been a guy also that should have had a chance.
I agree with you about Di Biagio, because I think he could be another right fit for national team. He's doing a great job with the under 21, and so I agree with you that he could be another one that could be good, because he already works for the federation. His wage is not too high, so it could be the right fit. I don't think that Spalletti would have been the best because, like Conte, he needs to create his own play with the team. He needs to work every day with the team, and I don't think that when you are a national team coach, you can do that. You need to be more a coach that is able to aggregate the people and make them comfortable in what they like to play. But I mean, he's a great trainer, and Capello, I think, is actually out of the job for sure.
Leo, let's discuss this very quickly, and then I'll let you go. I've been thinking of a fantasy all day long, and that fantasy is this. I believe this is not a fantasy. It'll come true. If not, shame on Conte. Giovinco will be part of Italy's national team in the Euros. I believe that. And if he doesn't take him there the way he's playing, shame on Conte. And then I started to think of a fantasy. Conte off to Chelsea, which is going to be a reality. Hey, why not take Giovinco with you as well?
That could happen. Absolutely. We know that Conte really likes a lot Giovinco. He always protect him when Juventus fans were against him. So he also choose to take him in the roster when he's playing in MLS, and he has to do all this long trip to go to play with the national team. So absolutely, that could be a possibilities. And if Toronto FC doesn't do a really good season, that could happen.
Everybody talks about China, Leo, but you know what? If Conte's on his way to Chelsea, why not? I mean, Giovinco, I think, would absolutely tear up the Premier League as well. I believe because he's suited for it with the year, maybe 2 years he has here in MLS, the physical play. The travel is going to be much less. He's going to be playing with all due respect, much better players. So why not?
No, of course. And I mean, these seasons in the MLS are building his confidence a lot, building up his confidence. So, and he could play with a coach that he knows that keeps him in the high, that he consider him as one of the best players that he has. So why not? That could be a fantasy that could become reality.